Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Muhamad Fahrezi with name A10.2022.02341 from class 9202 Communication Science Program Study. Here, I will summarize and explain what is contained in the seminar on communication theory and research. The first session was explained by Miss Karoma and Miss Puri. Miss Puri and Miss Karoma stated that the theory of communication was taken from the talks of many experts, one of which was Little Johnny. Little John divides the communication theory genre into 5 genres. The following are 5 genres of communication theory according to Little John division. Number 1. Structure and functional genre. This genre is a genre that states social structure are something real and can be observed objectively. Cognitive and behavioral genre. As in this theory, will the people evaluate aspect of the message, such as credibility, organization, and argumentation, and predict the types of information that impact on how people think. Number 3. Interactionist genre. This theory uses social life as a process of interaction. Communication is a means for us to learn behave, where communication is understood as the glue of society. What is the certain is that society cannot exist without communication. Social structures are created and sustained through interaction. Number 4. Interpretive genre. Describe the process by which understanding occurs and make a clear distinction between understanding and scientific explanation. The aim of interpretation is not to discover the laws that govern events, but to uncover the ways in which people make sense of their own experience. Number 5. Critical genre. This genre focuses on issue of inequality and oppression. Many critical theories pay attention to conflict of interest in society and the ways in which communication perpetuates the dominance of one group over another. The next material is the benefit of learning communication studies. Number 1. Make it easier to provide information. The main function of communication is to provide information. The information itself will be given on the subject of the communication to the person who is the object of the communication. As a result, we can find something of what we are looking for or mean. Number 2. Make it easier to convey thoughts and opinions. Communication also serves the convey one thoughts, feeling, or opinion. The opinion is the conveyed in the form of the communication received by other people. Number 3. Make it easier to interact. Communication is a way to interact with other people and each other. The existence of communication makes a social interaction between two or more people to understand each other. Number 4. Add insight and knowledge. The next benefit is that communication can also add insight and knowledge. Communication has an educational function which can make the transfer of knowledge, insight, or certain knowledge occur, which then communication in terms of insight and knowledge becomes very important. Number 5. care not to be isolated in society, communication function so that a person is not alienated in a community environment. Building communication in society is important because it becomes a provision for society. Number 6, motive others. The benefit of communication is to motivate others to achieve the goals they aspire to. Good communication, whether spoken or written, is important in order to be able to encourage and motivate others to be better. Number 7, express emotion. Often human, when they have problems tend to be silent. Emotion in the soul often continue to settle without being able to vent or express. So it's good for us to express our emotion and feelings. One of the ways is in the form of communication. Number 8, avoid misunderstanding. In society, things often happen that can create misunderstanding that lead to conflict and hostility. Everything can be done well as long as there can be two-way communication so that we understand each other. Number 9, strengthen and maintain good relation. Communication is important in maintaining good relation. This applies to all rectors from individual to group, including in international sphere. Relationship here means a relationship that is personal or public. The second session was explained by Miss Susri Deni. Miss Susri conveyed several materials. Very important material provided by Susi, namely about individual communication and mass communication. The first is about the theory of individual communication. Individual communication theory refers to the understanding of how individuals communicate and how personal factors influence the communication process. The following are key points in individual communication theory. Number 1, communication as an individual process. Individual communication theory recognizes that each individual has a unique experience, attitude, beliefs, and knowledge. Communication is since a process influenced by this personal factor, which shape the way individuals send and receive the message. Number 2, verbal and non-verbal communication. This theory is concerned with communication both through words and through experience, body language, and other non-verbal cues. Verbal communication includes the use of words and sentence structure, while non-verbal communication influences gesture, facial expression, eye contact, and body posture. Number 3, perception and interpretation. The theory of individual communication emphasizes the importance of perception and interpretation in communication. Each individual has a different understanding and interpretation of the message received. Personal factors such as background experience and belief can influence how individuals understand and give meaning to message. Self-concept. This theory recognizes that self-concept or individual self-concept plays an important role in communication. The way individuals see and understand themselves can influence the way the communication with others. A strong and positive self-concept can enhance an individual's ability to communicate effectively. Number 5, Interpersonal communication. The theory of individual communication also includes interpersonal communication. Communication that takes place in minds of individuals with themselves. It involves reflection, thinking, and internal decision. In its entirety, individual communication theory underscores the importance of personal factor in communication process. An understanding of this aspect can help individuals improve their communication skills, understand themselves, and interact with others more effectively. The second is about theory of mass communication. Mass communication is an understanding of how mass media influence people's perception, attitude, and behavior. The following are important points in mass communication theory. Number 1, mass media effect. This theory emphasizes the influence of mass media on audience. The mass media has the power to shape and influence the perception, attitudes, and behavior of individuals and groups. Number 2, gatekeeping. This theory process that the mass media acts as an information gatekeeper. The mass media have control over the published content and choose with information the convey the audience. This can affect the type of information that is accessed and understood by the public. Number 3, agenda setting. This theory argues that the mass media has the power to determine agendas or topics that are considered important by society. The mass media can influence the audience attention and focus on certain issue through intensive reporting. Number 4, framing. Framing theory states that the mass media can influence the way people understand and interpret certain news or issue through choosing a point of view. Embracing certain aspect or setting narrative framing affect the way society shapes perception and decision making. Number 5, cultivation. This theory suggests that excessive exposure to mass media, especially television, can form a uniform understanding and social reality. The mass media tends to depict a world that is harsh, dangerous, or distorted. Overall, mass communication theory draws attention to the role of the mass media in shaping people's perception and behavior. The mass media has a significant influence on the audience through its effect, gatekeeping, agenda setting, framing, and cultivation. Understanding this theory can help us see how the mass media influence individual thought and action as well as society dynamic at large. The following is a summary of seminar on communication theory and sensors. That's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.